I know there's people out there like, ain't nobody perfect. We're using the word, right? But
Yeah,
like
no, I don't
a perfect
think,
athlete. Like me, you wouldn't classify me as a perfect athlete. Athlete nonetheless back in the day. But
That's what I said, Blackie.
wow. Wait, I gotta do the intro first. You was already hitting the beat. Hello there, and welcome to Fridays with Tab and Chance. I am Tabitha Brown.
I'm Chance, what's up?
I didn't get to say, and this my husband.
No, it's all right. Let's hurry. We got to cut back on this time.
Bring the beat in. Fridays.
I should do the beat like this.
Fridays with Tab and Chance. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Fridays.
Somebody gonna be mad. Like, no, do the song the right way.
No, somebody gonna think that they thing sped up. Hey, do it right. Okay, bring the beat in. Fridays with Tab and Chance. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Fridays with Tab and Chance. Do the fast beat on this part. Do it.
I'm throwing hurt.
But I was going to do something.
No, we're late. Just said we're late. We gotta go. We gotta get on topic. And
Tiff. The Tiff that don't know Luther Vandross, Tiff?
Oh.
You know what, Tiff?
Wow.
It don't matter that you don't know who Luther is, okay? Because you were very young. The point is, the way we're going to bring that all back.
She was born in the 90s, babe.
The point is, because you don't have to be perfect, okay, Tiff, to be good, all right?
But let me ask you a more serious question, Tiff. You know who Jodeci is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't say it with confidence. She looked down when she said it. Notice that Chance has a Jodeci t-shirt on. Y'all know Chance is super duper.
Can you name a Jodeci song?
Ooh. Wait.
You can't name one Jodeci song.
I just want to.
Who did the background on Tiff?
What's happening, Tiff?
Who did the background?
Tiff, you all right over there, Tiff?
Not one?
Tiff.
I mean, all right.
Okay,
before we get, all right, then, hey, just fill in the blank, Tiff. Just fill in the blank. I'm going to help you out. Forever my.
Ooh, Tiff.
It's a Jodeci song. It's the title of the song. Forever my.
Girl?
God, dog.
Oh, Tiff, plead the fifth, Tiff.
All right.
Plead the fifth.
Hold on.
Say I plead the fifth. I would not be incriminated right now with my lack of knowledge because I want to keep my job.
Come on, Tiff.
And I have other qualities that are great. I run in the morning. I give inspiration.
Oh my God. We're gonna have to send Tiff down.
Tiff.
I'm sending her home with some music to listen to. A must.
Honey, y'all know we love Tiff, but we had to cut up with her because she didn't really know who Luther. She didn't really know the music. Well, she heard of Luther, like she probably heard of Jodeci.
It's Forever My Lady, Tiff. Forever My Lady.
To Tiff's defense, she was a girl before she was a lady. So I understand what you meant, Tiff, and we're gonna let you live. Today's episode was brought to us by Tiff. And the topic is, don't let perfection keep you from being good, right? And I think to expand on that is don't let perfection keep you from being good or actually keep you from getting started, right? And I think, and I say that because I feel like a lot of times, sometimes we can be perfectionist, and we think everything got to be perfect before we can do something, right?
I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah, so let's talk about it, baby.
So don't let the pursuit of perfection prevents you from being good. No, I mean, I know when she said it earlier that was going to be the topic today, I was like, that's a good one. And if I'm being honest, I can think of so many moments in my life or current things that I'm dealing with where that is an issue for me. I want to say it almost comes up in everything that I do. Yeah. Almost.
I believe. I mean, I was gonna say I believe it, but no, this is true because I've witnessed it for years with you. I know that when you think, you're very like, it's got to be 1 + 1 = 2. Like it's got to be right for you to do something. Where with me, it's like I ain't even got to see it. I just believe it, and I know it's gonna come together. And that's kind of how I move, very free spirited. But you like things to be perfect, not necessarily perfect, but like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think that has prevented you from doing a lot of things that you maybe would enjoy.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm thinking about like some of the ventures here recently, like with the what would you call it? Is it a podcast? What would you call what me and Tank was trying to do?
Podcast.
That's a podcast, right? I just think about that's the first thing that came to mind. To where I'm like, and I think too, if it's not something that I'm passionate about, which is kind of weird now that I'm thinking about it, even if I'm not passionate about it, in order for me to indulge or pursue it, when I like dabble in it, it's got to come out perfect for me to stay interested. You know what I mean? Like it's got to come out like where I look at it and be like, that's exactly how I want to be seen. That's exactly.
If you're not passionate about it.
Yeah. But if I'm passionate about it, right?
If you're passionate about it, you all right.
Yeah, I kind of get into a different kind of, to me, I don't know if it's healthy or unhealthy. I kind of get like an addiction, like
get fixated on
it. Yeah, like with golf.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
Tiger Hood.
Like, and I'm not good at it. I'm not perfect at it. But the pursuit of perfection is where it's like, hey, I ain't never been bad at no sport, and I ain't starting today. And so I'm gonna keep pursuing perfection to where when I'm playing now, people are, no, you're pretty good. Or you're average, you're above average or whatever. And I'm like, nah.
I want to be.
No, I'm supposed to be perfect.
Yeah. But I think it's because you were, to me, and to you too, like, I guess if we're going to use the word perfect, because I know there's people out there like, ain't nobody perfect. We're using the word, right? But
I don't
perfect athlete. Like me, you wouldn't classify me as a perfect athlete. Athlete nonetheless back in the day. But
that's what I said, Blackie.
Wow.
If we're gonna be lying, like I said, then we ain't gonna do this if we. Look, he said he leaving.
Wow, that's where we at. Anyway, what I was saying was, if you are an athlete, because you are a true athlete.
Yeah.
And so you know that about yourself. So you want to master it.
Yes.
And that is a passion for you. Being athletic is a passion for you. Like playing sports is a passion for you. So I can see why that doesn't prevent you from being great or being good.
Right.
But to go back to what you was talking about with the podcast, like you and Tank was doing, regular unleaded, but you also every day, every night, or no, what was the name of the thing that you was doing with the kids? Oh, Time Will Tell.
Time Will Tell.
Like you had all these you always have these amazing.
Well, that one came to a halt for a different reason. But
you know what I'm saying? Like
everything didn't work out perfect, and I'm like, I ain't about to chase down all these legal things to, you know what I mean?
Right. But see how you said I ain't gonna chase down all these things, but they really want a whole bunch of things. But if it don't work out the way that you think in your mind,
that's what I meant.
You be ready to be done with it.
Yeah.
But sometimes when we do things like that, that's what prevents us from getting the blessing. Because we give up on it before we even really get started good, right? Because we're in our mind envisioning it to be one way. Like for me, for many years, pursuing acting, I only was focused on being an actor. I want to be this actress. I want to be a series regular. Remember they used
A
to
certain kind of actress,
a certain
too.
kind of, like, my goal was movies and stuff was cool. I would do anything, honey, back in the day. Like, I want to get this check. Not anything. I won't doing anything. But I was doing just about any type of, like, job, whether it was testimonial, commercials, videos, movies, TV, anything I could. But my goal was I want to be a series regular on a TV show. And I won't focus on like business or, any of those things. I was simply just focused on this one thing. But because my focus was on that for so long, I kind of passed up on other opportunities. I feel like that probably could have opened doors for me because that wasn't the perfect picture that I had envisioned for myself. But it wasn't until when I said, okay, God, you can have me and use me the way you want me to be in this world. How you created me to be, do that. And I opened my mind and I allowed God to show me new things. I never wanted to do nothing with food. I also was like, man, this is
Where's the way you say that?
what?
Why you gotta say it like that?
Say what?
You said it like in your face. I don't do no.
I mean, because I did, you know what? I don't even realize that I say it that way, but
yeah, you did.
I still feel a certain type of way.
Like you guys are personal, like you and food.
Man, I'm tired of this food. Because for real, like, I never, in a million years, you've been with me my whole career.
Yeah.
My whole pursuit. Did I ever say, hey, babe, I want a cooking show?
Nah.
I ain't never say, hey, babe, I want to start doing cooking, like TV. Never. It was never a thought.
Not specifically a cooking show, but I remember saying, babe, you could do this. And you'd be like, nah.
I ain't doing that.
Babe, you could be good at this. Nope, I ain't doing that.
What's she in the shop? No. I used to be so focused on one thing, and that didn't go with this perfect vision that I had in my head, right? And I probably back then would have been good at it too. I mean, because I'm pretty great at it now, okay? Some might even say amazing. With the cooking, that's when you're supposed to say, babe, you're an amazing cook. I was throwing you the lob right there.
Oh, people did in the basketball world, every now and then they miss a lob. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Just get the rebound and put it back up.
Where the rebound at?
You should have chased the board down and got it yourself. If I missed it, then you go. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
I missed it. I missed the lob.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah,
oh,
but you were good. You good. You was good, chef.
I'm not a chef,
but
I'm an amazing cook.
You're an amazing cook, baby. You're an amazing
okay.
cook. I love your cooking.
Oh,
okay. I love your cooking.
Okay.
I missed it. I was listening to you. I was watching.
But you don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, I was
watching.
watching.
You don't have to be perfect to be good, baby. You can be good at hungry as well when you miss that amazing cooking. So anyway, but that's the thing. Like, I was so focused on pursuing this perfect career of being the series regular that I closed myself off from these other avenues until I allowed God to open me up. And when I allowed him to open me up, doors opened, and I also didn't mind walking through them. I pretty much my whole life have been very open-minded and very free-spirited, but I was always very focused on that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, I would try almost anything. I also think that, babe, a trip doesn't have to be perfect to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could probably go to Africa. We ain't got to plan it out perfect.
Mm-hmm. And it could be good.
And it could be good.
I agree, man. I agree. I have no problem with going to Africa, because how I see going to Africa is that we don't have to go to a safari. We don't have to do any of that for it to be a good trip. So we can book the trip and go soon as you want to go. And for a good trip to Africa, we go over there, go to the motherland,
To the
go
land.
to the city, and if we just stay away from the safari, that you know what that brings that goes to another part of this.
And then
So let
go
me
on
ask
the
you,
route
Sid,
that I was.
didn't go how you wanted it to go, did it? So the word perfect, I keep pausing on that word for a minute. So is it safe to say, and I don't like the word good. I don't like neither one of those words. So what word would you put right in between those words?
All right.
Great.
Well, great is better than good, man.
But it's not quite perfect, right? So I said, which word would you put in between good and perfect? Because I don't like neither one of them.
Between them, I said
Which
the word I would put would be all right.
All right.
Yeah.
I think all right goes beneath good. All right. When you say
you
something
said
is
in
all
between.
right.
If
No,
you put
I
it in
said,
between.
listen, look, perfect is here. Good is here.
I see.
If perfect is at the
I
top.
see.
So what
Oh,
is
yeah, great.
what?
You right.
Yeah,
My
right
bad.
there.
My
You
bad.
talking about all right. I'm like, oh, all right.
My bad. I was
I don't know.
I was a little
All
slow
right.
to the party because I was still in the safari.
So both of those words, I'm like, I understand what was the therapist, right, Tiff? I understood what they're talking about, but while we're talking about it, I'm just like, I don't like the idea of perfect. I just don't like that, and I don't like good. I like great. I want to strive to be great at whatever I do. And I'm thinking about it in terms of me coaching, training the kids, right? I look at good, right? That's me showing up. That's me showing up and, just talking to kids through it, right? I look at great as me showing up, getting involved, you know what I mean? Actually being able to perform what I'm doing and educate the kids on what, you know what I mean? It's a whole different level of that. When I started thinking about perfection, which I oftentimes do when I'm coaching and dealing with little kids, that's when anxiety. I realized, like, man, you tripping. You trying to see the future. You trying to be perfect. You trying to make it where a 12-year-old, 11, 10-year-old doesn't miss a shot. And that's just not realistic. But when I can have a kid that can perform make half, 60, 70% of their shots, and they're 10, 11, 12 years old, that's great. Good, I don't like good. I want, you know what I mean? And so you won't too oftentimes hear me saying, oh, that's good. You'll hear me say, man, that's great. That's great. But I don't know. It just felt the need to say that because as we're talking, I'm like, man.
I think that, and I completely understand what you're saying, but I also think that there is a time for good.
It is.
Right? I think starting is good.
Good, yes.
Right?
So and it's when I have a kid that's fresh into my program, you'll hear that a lot. If their effort, attitude, and their discipline is there.
It's like when you hear people say, good job.
Yeah, if they show up and they come with the right attitude, discipline, effort, you'll hear me, man, good job, good job. When they start taking those three things and then buying in and I see them performing at a level that is above average for their age, then you'll start hearing me use more great. And you'll oftentimes, depending on the kid, I'll tell them, you'll hear me say perfect. Yeah. Man, that was perfect.
Like a perfect, you did
that was perfect.
What is it? The play.
Yeah.
Y'all executed it perfectly.
Yeah, the situation made it all perfect. The totality of events that probably won't happen the same way again, right? It was a perfect scenario in which you responded perfect.
Yeah.
However, those events happening like that again is probably a 1 in a million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type thing. So I don't really try to get the kids to focus on those because when they do, that's when, you know, you get a whole lot of eyes. All right.
That's below good.
That was all right. You trying to be boy,
Or it's
that was
like,
all right. All right, boy.
all right, y'all.
All right.
Everybody get on the line. It's time to run.
Hey, boy,
But
what you
to
doing?
your point, what you just said is exactly like the topic, right? Don't let, you know, that pursuit of perfection stop you from being good.
Yeah.
Which means don't let it stop you from starting, right? Just starting is good. It's a good idea to start. I think the other thing that I'm hearing, and for me, which I think is great, and which we all should strive to be, is present and free. Because when you're both of those things, you can always strive for perfection, but you will feel good about starting. You'll feel great about what you accomplish. You'll be all right with the things that you don't do so well, you know. You'll be all right with the journey. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the most important part of it all. There is really, you know, no such thing as like a perfect person. There are, as you just said, perfect scenarios, perfect plays, a perfect look or outlook on things. But as a person, we are all flawed, and we will be until the day we up out of here, right? We all can work on things. We can all try different things, and we may master some things, and some things we'll try and realize, this is probably not my thing.
That point right there. So be mindful too, like, of being interested in something. Being interested in something does not deserve you. I mean, does not always mean that you should take action on it. Like, you got to know what's something that has piqued your interest and worth exploring, and how far you want to explore it, and be okay too, and then be able to articulate to the people that you're bringing to the table to help you in your exploration. I know with me, a lot of things in this new space is like, I think this would be good. I have the resources now, so I can say, hey, Jerry, let's try this real quick. But be honest with yourself about who you are, and usually what it takes for you to gain a certain level of passion for it. In order for me to pursue something in a relentless way, I have to have it has to go a little bit further than just interest and curiosity. I know what a lot of the things I kind of just be like, it's not like a not quite, if it's not perfect. Well, I guess it is. It's one of those where it's like the totality of events got to tell me, or got to pique something more than interest. Right? It's got to. After we put it all out there, even and you got to know who you are. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of times people around me would tell me, "Chance, this is great," and I'll be looking at it like, "Yeah, that's sure great," but it ain't enough for me to wanna. I'm not gonna wake up every day and want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to want to continue with it. So knowing who you are, and knowing that others, how they define it, how they define purpose, interest, exploration, pursuit, and also how they define quitting too. Be mindful of that with who you bring to the table on it, because people will keep count on you. And when you really find that thing that you are passionate about, or you really need involvement in, you may have created doubt. I got a couple of my brothers that we've had this discussion, a couple of guys that I'm close to, we've had this discussion about where we kind of out there talking about it, we came to the conclusion of how we contributed to people's thinking about us and our pursuit, quitting, and others being in support. So be mindful of that.
Very good. You know, it's something else that you said that made me remember something that I've heard you say before. just because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to do it or become perfect at it.
Yep.
Right? But there's also
No, just because you are good at something does not mean you need to
like pursue it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just like you can be good at something, but that doesn't mean like, oh, this has to be your job.
no.
Or
Just because you're good at something does not mean that it's good for you.
oh, you do say that too.
Yeah.
Get this sleep out your
It
body.
may not be good for you, and that's pretty much what I was saying too. A lot.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the things where I'm like, yeah, people will call me. People who others, like I've been able to be in company of a lot of great people, a lot of wealthy people, a lot of connected people, and they will, man, I think you'll be good at this, and I'm like, I think I would be too. And some of it, most of these things that we're talking about, that's how it happened. And then when we get into it, I realize that it's not good for me. Mm-hmm. I don't think this will be good for me. Mm-hmm. And I gracefully bow out. And it's kind of hard for others to do. And sometimes it can be about the pursuit of, great.
Perfection.
I could be good at it. And if I look at it and I'm like, I don't like hovering around good, but I don't see me having the energy or the desire in this thing right here to be great. I want to be great at everything that I do. So I don't want to do this. Right? I don't want to. I see it. I don't see me waking up being like I got to study. I'm going to work on this because I'm going to be great at this.
This is a good thought for sometimes people will see your gifts or they'll see something that you are, that you're gifted in, we'll say that. And they may say, man, you're great at that, but you don't feel it. You don't feel the greatness. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what you're saying, because there's a lot of people, including me, but a lot of people be like, hey, man, Chance can sing. They been hearing you hit the, certain little things. They be like, hey, Uncle Chance out here is a great singer, but you don't feel that you're great.
Because I know great singers, right? And I know how to manipulate music. Right? So I'm a house singer. That's what I am. I am not courageous enough to get up and sing in front of 50 people, let alone thousands of people.
So let me stop you right there.
No, so look.
Okay,
I know what you're going to say because it's the camera and all. You singing for millions.
No. I won't go say that.
But there's an element and there's a respect thing too for the industry, right?
Yeah.
I love music. There was a point in my life to where I had my own studio.
Yeah.
And this is where, when I was younger, I came to terms with where I was and who I am as it pertains to music. I could, out of respect for the industry, right, and where it is currently, the kind of music that I would love to indulge in, if somebody came along and was like, I'll put it to you like this. If Anthony Hamilton, right, who is my favorite, if Anthony Hamilton came along and was like, come on over to the house and I'm going to give you as much time as you want and teach you and nurture you, but out of respect for him, you get what I mean? He don't, unless a perfect situation like that happened, starting from where I am and going to knock on, hey man, Tiff, I ain't gonna be motivated. It would take for somebody like that to be like, hey, come on, man. Be next door neighbors. I can walk over there to Anthony's house and be like, hey man, can I come in and sit with you today? And that's a perfect situation. We don't live in that kind of world. You get what I mean? And that's what it would take for me to be motivated, because I'm so behind the bar and I'm a house singer. That's why I look at it.
So
I'm a in the shower, hit a note that will put a chill in your body.
You do hit the note to put a chill.
Yeah, cut it out. Is
that what we call them? Call it notes?
Nah, cut it out.
I like
Stay
that.
on topic now.
That's good. That's a good way.
Stay on topic.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
But I'm a good singer. I think I'm good at it. I can.
I'll say this.
But in order to get in that industry, you need to be hovering between. If you want me to buy it, you got to be hovering somewhere in between perfect and great, not good.
So this is your personal opinion of you,
Yes.
right? But for me, I will say, I think that you're a great singer.
You're my wife. You're supposed to. That's why I married you.
You are a great singer with courage. And that's what holds you back.
I agree.
It has nothing to do with your gift.
In that
Great.
category, encourage in that category.
Right. But when it comes to your motivation and the courage to pursue it, you I
agree.
If you had great courage, man, we wouldn't even be doing this, and man, I would be like throwing draws at a stage every weekend when you was performing on tour.
I don't know what you doing. But what you gonna do when them other women throw them draws up there?
I'm gonna like it. If they ain't looking, I don't want them. And I want them to be, Blackie, let them sing along. I be like, girl, throw them bloomers up there. That's my baby up there.
First off, I don't want the draws going. When I say Anthony Hamilton, right, I'm just using him because he's my favorite. Right, I'm just using him as he's my favorite. But somebody of his caliber, right? Like, and I say, and listen, I'm just, Anthony is I like his style of music, right? So,
the Carolina in us too, it's a country.
Yeah, you know. I was self-motivated when I did it in my 20s. I'm about to be 45. You get what I mean? I built my own studio. I literally picked up a book, and it was called Home Recording for Dummies, those yellow books. Mm-hmm. I read it from front to back and self-taught myself about how to build a studio, put everything in layaway. I taught myself. Nobody would help me.
Built a booth.
Built the booth, built
wood and
everything. Yeah. And I'm not handy at all. But when it came to that, at that time in my life, right, I didn't need anybody. It's not that I'm relying on anybody it has to make sense for me. And at 45, to do that again, and where the genre of music that I like is kind of not really out there like that anymore, I'm kind of I'm like, and I don't know, I'm fine. It's not something that's burning in me to where I'm like, man, I've always felt like I'm cool. I like the fact that the people think I can sing. All right, cool. They think I can sing. All right, but I didn't need to know that. Mm-hmm. I sing all through the house all the time, mm-hmm. and gonna keep singing. Right? I enjoy music the way I do.
The way you just explained that is every reason why now would be the actual right time to do it. Because in your 20s, right, we were struggling.
Yeah.
You put it in layaway. You built it yourself. Like, you did all these things. And you really couldn't pursue it. We had to work, like real jobs that required you not to dream, like to be locked in on somebody else's dream. Mm-hmm. But now at 45, you don't have to do that. You wouldn't have to, put nothing in layaway. Like, you could get everything. You could, but wait a minute. And you said your genre of music that you enjoy is not really out there anymore. Even more of a reason for you to be able to bring it back.
That's a great argument, but it's one thing that you fell into.
The passion is not there.
Yeah, the passion is not there. And back then, the music was, with all of those things we had going on.
Yeah.
And being in Greensboro, where location matters. I didn't have access to the things that I have here, and it was a getaway mentally. Mm-hmm. It was a getaway in the mental, but in the physical, I could still be home with you and Choice. Mm-hmm. Right, I could still be there to do my part in the house, and you know what I mean. And,
I get it.
It took on a whole different role that is not there. That I have so many other things that kind of serve in some form or fashion for those now, those things. Like now you good, right? You at a state where you have accomplished somewhat. You still have your goals, but.
So what if?
So this show is starting to take a whole different turn.
No, I'm just saying.
You see what she's doing to me?
What if Anthony or Jodeci Casey and JoJo, what if they was like, hey, Chance, come get on this track? Would you do it?
In all, listen. This is a God.
Hey, if they say, hey,
no. And this is, look, out of respect. I'm Tab. You doing something here, but listen, out of respect. If Anthony or if Jodis, if any of the people from my childhood and from my, when we was young adults, if they, I would be like, man, you do not want me on your track. But brother, can I come to the studio? That's exactly what I want to do. I want to come, and I wouldn't want to.
But what if they say, hey, we just want you to sing this line right here? You wouldn't do it.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
But it really will come down to, let me hear what y'all doing. I'm North Carolina.
Yeah.
Through and through. I'm trying to uplift my people. I don't want to do nothing that's gonna mess them
that's
up.
gonna inspire people.
Yeah, but
if
we was on the same page,
no,
you know what I mean? Like
we're gonna work on that courage being great.
That's respect. That's not lack of courage.
I know it's respect.
I will do it, right? I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. But what you doing is you trying to sell me off. I ain't trying
to sell you off. I'm just saying, like for me, when I see a gift, right, in you, and a lot of people see and hear it. So I'm saying, if the opportunity came, to me, that's like a dream come true.
It would.
If an opportunity
it's not a dream
came,
of mine. See, that's the difference. That's a dream.
No, I'm saying for me, that's how
the dream
how it
for
used
me,
to be, right? So I remember when it was a dream for you, though. So to me, I'm just saying, if an opportunity came, do you see where your gift can be great in any situation? Or do you believe that God gave you a gift to sing that is not great in no situation?
I think.
Does it have to be so perfect?
Okay,
for
so
you
let
to
me.
see it?
So no, I'm here.
You know what I'm saying?
So the problem is this, Tab. This is, I think, where we getting off track, way off track, right? I don't look at my singing as a gift. I don't think I'm gifted.
Oh.
Do
we sound alike?
No, hold on. I think gifted and good, and that's what I was saying earlier. Mm-hmm. Don't mistaken something that you're good at as a gift. It's not, and that it deserves to be pursued or getting a whole lot of energy. I look at what I do. I'm good at it. Mm-hmm. And I've learned how after 45 years to pick songs that can kind of be easy for me and my voice, right? Mm-hmm. I know all the issues that I have with music, and being courageous and being in front of people is only one that I'm willing to say in front of the world, right? There's so many other elements when I say respect to being in that craft. I think sometimes in this current world, we get confused with something that we're good at and don't put enough respect on people in their fields for how gifted they really are. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to do a number of things in the music world that go beyond being able to hold a note. And when you come into it, right, with mm-hmm. just being good at something and holding a note, it can be disrespectful and harmful to those that you claim you love, mm-hmm. right?
Yes.
Right, that have a legacy. Mm-hmm. In Anthony, right? So that's what I'm saying. I realize that I'm good at it, but I'm not gifted. Gifted is Luther. Gifted is Anthony Hamilton. Gifted.
But everybody's gifts aren't the same.
No. But we're talking about singing. We're talking about that much. I feel that I know the difference between being good and gifted. A gifted human being is Whitney Houston, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Now, I can name a whole lot of good people that have made it mm-hmm. in the music world, right? I know a lot of good people that have made it, and no disrespect to them. They're good, mm-hmm. and they made it. I wouldn't want to be one of those people. Mm-hmm. If I want to be great, I want to be in a position and in company of greatness to where I could be like, hey, but out of respect for the great who are currently still practicing the art of singing, right?
Yes.
I'm not going to ever, my dream would not be to be in the studio wasting these people's time where they got to go back and teach me how to read music, They got to teach me the tempo, teach me things of the elementary portion of music, right?
Nobody said that part.
No, hold on. That's what it will require. I know what it would require, a certain level of patience. And what I wouldn't want to do that. Now, my dream has never been to sing in company of Anthony or Jodeci or Luther or these people that I admire, right? But the dream would be to be able to be in company with them just to watch them, right? Now, I love shows, you know, but I'm at a point now where I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to no concert. I want to see how y'all do it. Like, I want to sit in there and watch. That would be, to me, you know what I mean? As opposed to me getting on the track and a feature. And to me, that just ain't something I'm passionate about at 45 years old. It's more so.
All right.
You know what I mean? I know the things now that I'm good at. And I know the things that I can manipulate a song and make you think, hey man, that boy gifted, right?
Well, I'm gonna just say this.
This is you got the world judging it off of a 45-second video.
I ain't got the world judging.
And you've been loving me.
I ain't got the world judging.
So, but you, right? So this is how
they
a man
heard you for themselves. I didn't do it.
But babe, this is how a man
told me to shut up.
This is how a man find his wife though. You're supposed to admire me and look at me like that. This is how I knew you was it. But your expectation of everybody else to take that and translate it into, I'm gonna buy his album is something different.
That's not, all I'm saying is I said what I said. I believe.
All right. Well, I thought you
are gifted.
I thought you could do an action.
I
thought that you remember when I told you, I said, babe, why don't you do action roles?
That's not my passion. Also, my run is toe up. How am I gonna be an action hero? I can be an action hero though.
But action,
if I run,
you see what I'm saying?
If my gift is that my legs make me fly, because my legs go out when I'm running.
See, but I think you could definitely get those.
But you won't even call me an athlete. So now you're lying. Now you're lying.
There's a whole lot of actors and actresses that
now you're lying
athletes.
About me being a superhero.
Listen, there's one in particular. He is on about 3-4 different networks, and I seen
he a superhero.
But he the women love him, and he got all the tough guy roles, everything. And I seen that brother in the gym, and that brother can't run in a straight line.
Who you talking about?
I ain't gonna say no names. I don't want no problems. But I'm just saying, you don't have to be no athlete when you are acting. I'm talking about act like an athlete.
But also as an actor, see, so this is the difference between me and you. See, I'm a true actor, right? So I know what it takes for certain roles, and I know what I'm willing to give to the role, right?
That's all I was saying.
But no, you don't classify yourself as a true singer. I classify you as a singer because I know you. I also know my husband. So I know my husband will create every reason why he can't sing. He'll give you every excuse in the book.
I didn't say I couldn't sing. I said
he will give you outdated reasons.
I said
talking about, man, they'd have to teach me how to read the music.
No.
They'd have to. I know what it would require. It is 2023. They will sit you in their studio and tell you, hey, right now, sing now. Right. And the words will pop up. But I go to the studio all the time. I'm not a singer, but I be out here singing because that's my business and I don't care, right? Honey, I went into the studio to do tab time.
Tiff, I feel like this show
and I did it. And
I feel like I'm being attacked.
I came home and said, hey, babe, they had me in there singing for real in the studio.
I remember that.
I said, man, I'm about to scare these kids. I had a cold. I was like, come on inside the room. Open your heart and mind. You never know what. I said, babe, I sound terrible. She was like,
I told her to sing it for me. I said, sing it for me, child. Let me hear it. I said, let me hear it. It wasn't that bad.
So
it was not that bad.
He was like singing. I was like, come on inside the room. He said, wait a minute, babe.
But you talking it. She wasn't singing it.
But that's how I did.
I said, but you got to put some kind of melody on.
And then I said, then the ending song, they had me do the ending. He was like, you sung it like that? No, I said, well, let me let you hear it. Then I played it on my phone in real time. He talking about, you know, they got all kind of stuff now, but they can put a little reverb on it. I said, I sound terrible.
They're supposed to put a little something on it.
Right?
They gotta put something on it,
He
baby.
would never have that experience. But guess what? I didn't care. And them kids all over the world singing that song because they love Miss Tab anyway. My point is, you don't know how much people will love and support you. I would buy the album.
I know you will, babe.
And I will promote it.
But listen, it ain't about, I'm not doing it because of.
You don't need to hear, hey, we got your excuse
man.
loud and clear.
It's not what you think.
We got it. I still think.
Come on this side.
Everybody open your heart and mind.
Come on this
You
side.
never know what you find if you let a little love inside, okay? Do.
That's exactly how she did it.
Honey, I was so hoarse. I had been sick for like 2 weeks, and they was like, "We gotta shoot on this day." I was in there like, do. Chance said, "Hey, man, they gonna have to."
They put something on it.
They gonna have to do. I was like,
let me talk to them, and they got to put a little reverb on it or something. They got to put.
Anywho, it didn't stop me from being good. I still showed up.
Yeah.
I had perfect intentions.
Yeah.
I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. That's how it sounded. Now, Anthony, Jodeci, KC JoJo, if y'all want me on a record, I show up in there.
No, you ain't. Ain't happening.
Oh, don't tell me what I want to
No.
do. If you said they could put a little reverb
If they doing
or
like
something on
if
there.
they doing a little comedy skit or something, let you do some little talking or something.
Me.
No,
I'll be ready.
not you.
Hey, I have perfect courage.
Nah,
I'm ready.
Nah, I'm not buying that one, Anthony.
Anywho, listen, we hope and pray that, you can hear us and allow yourself to really take in what we've said in your own way, right? Don't allow your insecurities, your lack of courage, but mainly your pursuit of perfection stop you from being good. And as we stated earlier, honey, being good is really beginning. That's good, to take the first step. We all are worthy of that. We deserve that. And sometimes you may not see your greatness, but don't downplay it when somebody else tells you you're great. Accept that. Accept your greatness. This is real. Sometimes you have to be told that you're great in order for you to realize that, yeah, you know what, I am. I do have a gift, and I do got a great quality.
I agree.
I think you're great, babe. I think you're great.
Can I finish? Can I say something else?
No, I think you're great. And I think they've heard enough of your excuses for today.
Hey, just because you're good at something don't mean it's good for you. Remember that.
But listen, like you said earlier, okay? Like you said earlier, you can hit the note. And that's all that matters.
So you gonna take you gonna
So
be
y'all,
nasty.
no,
you know what you're doing.
No, I'm saying you know what you're doing. You're gonna hit some notes. And we're gonna practice it. Because I want to make sure that you're great at it. Because you're great. You actually, and I want you to be perfect.
Hey.
Okay, so we're gonna have to practice on you.
I know, I hear you.
So we're gonna have to do a routine.
So it is currently 12:30 where we are.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel about 5:30, 6 o'clock, but now
you talking real perfect right now.
Hey, right now I'm composing.
I'm
about to compose a whole sheet of music.
When it's time, you're gonna be all right. All right. All right.
I'll be like, don't hit the note, but hit them lights. I'm going to sleep. Bring the beat in.
All right,
y'all. We love y'all. Be encouraged out there, and be great because you are. And until the next time, y'all go about y'all business. Have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. Him. All right. Very good. Peace. Thank y'all for watching. And don't forget to click here for more episodes.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Very good.